Diffusion involves looking at thoughts rather than from thoughts. We notice thoughts rather than being entangled in them. Diffusion helps us step out of our river of thinking and observe the thoughts for what they are, temporary words, pictures and sounds, which are mostly automatic. Thoughts are like passing clouds. Just like the clouds moving through the sky, so thoughts pass through our minds. Clouds come in different shapes, sizes, and move at different speeds. Similarly, we may have many different types of thoughts, images and memories that can pass through our mind. We can watch our thoughts pass through our mind just as we can watch clouds passing through the sky. Or instead, you might like to think of thoughts as cars passing along a road while you sit on the side of the road. Each car can represent a thought, image or memory. Just as you can watch cars pass by, you can watch thoughts arise and pass by off into the distance. You can see the cars coming and going, but you don't jump into them. This is diffusion, watching our thoughts without getting caught up in them. Diffusion is not about stopping thoughts you don't want. That would be like running out into the street and trying to stop the cars. Diffusion is simply watching your thoughts go by. Watching your thoughts gives you perspective. From this watching position, you can decide which thoughts you want to fuse with, and which thoughts you will simply observe and let go. Diffusion means we can have a thought, but we don't need to obey that thought, even if the thought continues to appear. So now you choose how to behave rather than being bossed around by the thought. Diffusion helps us see we don't need to completely buy into our thoughts and feelings, particularly when they're unhelpful. As we begin to look at thoughts more, we can begin to realize several things. Thoughts may or may not be true. We don't have to automatically believe them. Thoughts are not orders. We don't have to obey them. Thoughts may or may not be wise. We don't automatically follow their advice. And thoughts may or may not be important, and we can choose to pay attention only if they're helpful. Diffusion widens the space that exists between the thinker and the thought, allowing the thinker to watch their thoughts. If we can watch our thoughts and create space between us and them, it allows us to respond in a more helpful way. So diffusion can also shape our behavior. So the key points here are: diffusion is about watching your thoughts go by. We can then decide which thoughts are helpful. Which thoughts should I pay attention to?